Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for joining me. Glad you're here. We'll get right to it. Yesterday I was saying just to do it, give everything I have in each moment and each breath sitting on the cushion. I notice I'll start to make a point and I let it drop off. I started saying yesterday how paradoxical it is when we let go of our agendas and our different identities that we hold tight, when we let go of the things that our stories, the things that that we think define us, and we're sitting here, and the more and more we let go of them, the paradox is the more free we are of them, the closer we are to really seeing the true self, because we sort of shroud it in a lot of techniques that we develop over our lifetime. We shroud our true self to hide it and to keep it from it's sensitive. And then in meditation, like the closer and closer we get to that true self, it's just the freer and freer we are to engage in this moment. So there's less Jamie into the formula of what I should do, like if it's quote unquote good or quote unquote bad, because there's no real such thing, because it's like everything's constantly changing. I found this passage in Caution. It's about suicide. It was in a book called Waking Up to What You Do by Diane Eshin Rizzetto. And it's in her section. Instead of non-killing, she says, I take up the way of supporting life. It's a little bit of different angle on suicide and euthanasia, which can open up space for us. The writer Diane Ackerman, who spent 1 year volunteering at a suicide prevention telephone hotline, writes the following about a person she was counseling on the telephone. More important, perhaps, I allowed him to be suicidal. I accepted that he might one day kill himself, and that he might do it tomorrow, but that my job was to befriend him on this day, in this hour, give him comfort and concern, guide him to ways of coping if possible. But even if I couldn't do that, guide him to ways of coping if possible, but even if I couldn't do that, accept that he was headed for death sometime, somewhere. We all are. It's hard to live in the tense present with suicidal callers and try not to peer around the corner or bolster them against some future threat, but accept the narrow corridor of the call. Befriend them in the moment. Save them in the moment. Try everything. Then let the moment go. Unquote. To take up the way of supporting life places us directly in the tense present. It is when we take action from within that moment, with openness and connection, that we keep this precept. But just for a moment, we can do this. We have supported life. And by living in the moment, as Ackerman suggests, we find the only way to truly understand what supporting life means. All we have to do is choose to enter that narrow corridor. I think those are the places in that corridor we tend to pull Jamie's ideas out and like try and save something, and that's that separation where we begin to not listen and see each other, or not know our own light. And I think that's where I'm heading. Just sit for a minute. Okay, it's that first encounter with the narrow corridor. Start to question but just listen in for a minute. Just stay in this corridor and experience this life. Let your breathing grow a little bit. Relax your body. So many uneasy spots in life. And can we just sit here and experience it? Feel the weight in your body on the cushion. You're breathing. This narrow corridor of experience. Another minute or so. We're meeting this moment. Your pure you. All the anxieties and worries. It's not you. They come and go. Possessions. They just come and go. was a very short one. I'm really trying to get across when we really let ourselves be ourselves is when we're free. In Master Dogen's Shobogenzo Book 1, there's a facile called Uji, existence, time. I'm just going to read a little bit. U means existence and Ji means time. So Uji means existence, time. And I'm just going to read this little section. An eternal Buddha says, sometimes standing on top of the highest peak, sometimes moving along the bottom of the deepest ocean, sometimes 3 heads and 8 arms, sometimes the 16-foot or 8-foot golden body, sometimes a staff or a whisk, sometimes an outdoor pillar or a stone lantern, sometimes the 3rd son of Chang or the 4th son of Li, sometimes the earth and space. In this word, sometimes, time is already just existence, and all existence is time. The 16-foot golden body is time itself. Because it is time, it has the resplendent brightness of time. And on it goes. Sometimes Jamie, sometimes money comes. Most of the time, money goes. Sometimes good news, sometimes bad. Fully being and accepting this is all good. I hope everyone has a great day. And thanks for joining me. And we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.